Hello guys, Figure97 here. Um, this time I will speak about a movie. It's one of my favorite movies, maybe my favorite one even, and it's called Penelope. It's from 2006, and it's an American British production. Um, the genre is it's kind of comedy, but I think it has also deepness you find inside the movie, and from the vision and from the way it was made, it reminds me of stories from the Brothers Grimm, like Snow White or um, Cinderella. But at first, I want to speak about what what's behind the movie, or what the cast, you can say. Um, the regisseur of the movie was Mark Polanski. It was written by Leslie Cavani, and the music is by Joby Talbot. The production, there are a few people who made the production. One of them was Reese Witherspoon, who also plays a part in the movie. And the camera um, was made by Michel Amathieu. So, what are the characters, and what the characters and who were they played by? You have the main characters, Penelope. Here you see her in the picture in the middle of the picture, and she's portrayed by Christina Ricci. Then on the right side you have Johnny Martin, or Max Champion is his name in the movie, and he's portrayed by James McAvoy. You may know him from X-Men, from the X-Men movies. Then we have here on the left Catherine well, first of all, to make it more visible, on the left of Penelope you have Annie, portrayed by Reese Witherspoon, and on the left of her you have Catherine O'Hara. You have Jessica Wilhelm, the mother of Penelope, portrayed by Catherine O'Hara. Then also we have in the movie a guy called Lemon, who is portrayed by Peter Dinklage, and Franklin Wilhelm, the father of Penelope, portrayed by Richard E. Grant. And yeah. So let's speak about the movie. You have, of course, few you have more characters, but they are the most important ones, I guess. So what's the story is about? As I told you, it's a little bit like the story of Snow White or Cinderella or something like that. And it's comedy, but it has also kind of deepness inside, and that's why it's one of my favorite movies for all time. So what's the movie about? It's about Penelope. Um, when she was born, witch came and um, painted her, so she um, doesn't look beautiful anymore, or they think she doesn't look beautiful because after the magical spell of that witch, um, Penelope has a nose like a pig, you know, and her parents were very very rich, and they don't want that this disgusting nose, disgusting face, um, is um, is known by the public. So they keep her away from any publicity. And the only way to break that spell is I have to think about the how they put the words now. Is when she's loved by someone or something like that. Was it? And so um, they suggest that she had to marry a guy who marries her, accepting her disgusting face, you can say. And mostly she spoke to the people in the beginning so that she can see them, but they can't see her. It's like she had like one of these, how can I say it? One of these glass window things from which have the police, where the so they can see the people, but the people can't see them. It's like the same. It's in the same way by Penelope. So there you can see also her parents are very very, or her family is very very rich. So in the beginning they are fine and they don't see her, and when they first see her they are all running away, and one guy even bring her to the point where he um, goes to a newspaper and speak about it, and um, makes her face or her, her face or her whole persona even more um, ugly, you can say. Um, he he described her as even like she has teeth like a wolf and something like that. Like very very disgusting. And later on there comes that guy on the right side here, portrayed by James McAvoy. And he comes, and why he even gets there, because a newspaper wants to make a story about her and wants to have an actual picture of her nose, because they make always sure, the her and her parents, that they don't can make a picture and something like that they don't get into publicity, and he should go there and make one. And yeah, also it's very important, some of the upper society of the, in German it's called Adel, but upper society have to be a marriage, get into a marriage with her, So he has to lie and give himself another persona. So that's why he's Johnny Martin, alias aka Max Champion. Um, and yeah, he goes there and sees her, and they have a lot of meetings before he sees her. Um, and yeah, he likes her and gets kind of in love with her. And then we see a scene where he sees her and gets the picture, but he didn't even want to get the picture and feels bad about himself and goes away. And Penelope thinks he just leave her because of her disgusting face. Yeah. And so yeah, he quits his work as a spy, and Penelope on the other side cannot stay at home anymore, so she leaves her home and go into public, um, having mostly something like you can see in the picture, where nobody can see her pig nose. And yeah, and gets and find friends like I have to get always the names from in the movie, like Annie, who's portrayed by Reese Witherspoon. And yeah, finds more out about herself and the life outside her home. So you can say she gets like she becomes more an adult. And so the sense of the movie later is like, even though it has this romantic relationship between Penelope and Johnny, it's more like about how do you accept yourself. And she learns how to accept herself, and even shows the world later her pig nose. And then something happened she wasn't expecting until that point. The people don't all hate her because of it. She was like a star, so she was like a lot of people wants to be even like her, and built her own nose to wear a costume, or to yeah, they see her as a star. They don't see it like she was expecting they will see it. And then she goes again home, and then we have that Johnny goes and explains her, you know, what happened, kind of, and they're coming together finally. And what's really important is like, because of his of the spell, she wants to marry the guy who in the beginning goes to the newspapers and say how ugly she is, and she don't want to marry him. She just feels like she have to um, to have a normal face. But and her mother are really especially her both parents, but especially her mother, are really wanting that she goes into that marriage to can live a normal life, you can say. But when she later accepted, later she said, I'm not even afraid anymore. I love myself how it is. Then um, she gets her normal face back. So she just had to love herself, you know. And it's like I like this movie so much because it's the deepness of that meaning, In that case, it was like a physical thing you have people find disgusting, but equal if it's physically or psychologically or whatever or characteristically, when you have something, if people can find or find disgusting, um, you have the people who really love you, like you see later in this movie with it. It is with Johnny, or with um, Annie, her kind of best friend. Then they don't. The people who really loves you don't care, and often even see it as a maybe as a strength, and other people see it as a failure, and that's what makes this movie for me so beautiful. And at the time when she said, I like me, even if people don't accept me, I like me how I am. That's really was a powerful line. And yeah, so she gets over the pain and gets over, you know, gets over the, you see a development of herself. First of all, she hides in her home where she feels safe. Then he goes outside and finds more about the life outside. Then she um, doesn't doesn't try to hide it later anymore. Um, and um, later she gets over it, when she says, "Yeah, I love myself how it is, equal what other people maybe think of it." And that's I think the beautiful meaning of that film. And it's like it has these, Snow White Cinderella elements. It also has like a lot of comedy and stuff, but it also has like this, and romantic also, but it also has this deeper meaning. And I think for me it doesn't even play a role if it's like in a movie. It's it's this pig nose who then later becomes normal, but it could be anything. It could be a characteristic you have as a person. It could be a behavior. It could be um, a physical thing like in a movie, but it doesn't even matter, you know. As that's the thing you can get out of that movie. It's like if you have to say at one point, or it's good to say at one point, I just love me, and I am just like I want to be, or I try to be like, I care about myself, and the other people are not getting, I let them not in anymore, because she could hide her whole life at home, and that would be sad. But because of that, she um, that doesn't have anymore that effect of her, that she gets over it, um, makes her free in a way. Yeah, and you see, not all alone in um, her new behavior, or her new being, in that she's not pained anymore with a big nose. All also she's now together with later together with the person she loved, instead of a person she feel like she have to marriage. And also she is doing in the end, she's a teacher, a botanic teacher, I think, and that's what she always wanted to do, instead of doing a thing she don't want to do, or she had the feeling she could not even do it. So yeah, she's kind of, she frees herself in saying, I'm loving me as I am, and I don't care what other people thinks about it or expect me to do. Yeah, it reminds me of a rap, Joyner Lucas line, I'm doing me, you do what you gotta. I like this. Yeah. Yeah, that's it for now, and see you guys.
Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed to watch the video. Bye bye.